2008 and 2012, the biggest contributors to serious or catastrophic Scrum injuries were the mechanisms of impact on engagement, followed by Scrum collapse. Prior to the modified Scrum laws in South Africa being implemented in 2013, 58% of Scrum catastrophic injuries came from impact on engagement and 37% from the Scrum collapse. In fact, many of the Scrum collapse injuries were invariably also caused by players getting the technique or timing of the hit wrong. Popping out of the Scrum only led to one serious injury during this period across South Africa. Given that the Scrum injuries were also on the increase, there was a dire need to address this aspect of the amateur game. The SARI modified amateur Scrum laws, which at different levels either removed or reduced the force of engagement, known as the hit, were therefore implemented at the start of 2013, and the IRB also introduced similar law changes later on in the year globally. Ironically, since implementing these new Scrum laws, in the almost 2 years of implementation in South Africa, we have recorded no injuries due to impact on engagement in the Scrum, and Scrum collapse injuries have also shown a sizable drop in numbers. These early signs are indeed very promising. The combination of a change in the Scrum laws and the continued education and implementation of safer coaching practices appears to have lowered the risk of catastrophic injury in the Scrums considerably. While the incidence of spinal cord injury is generally low, injuries are usually more severe in the Scrums, and most of the scientific papers potentially underestimate the real risk of injury to the front row players, especially the hooker playing position. It therefore remains prudent to continue to select the right players, prepare and condition them properly, both physically and technically, to remain competitive and, most importantly, safe in the Scrum. In the true spirit of the game, it is also essential that we identify and select players who can over time safely and effectively develop into these positions, and who can potentially also make it to the top one day.